You're dead tired, fast asleep on the only ride that takes you back to your house. You can feel someone approaching. They brush against the badge you forgot to take off a few minutes ago. You don't want to look at them. You only hear their mocking laughs, definitely making fun of your name. Right, wait, what was my name? Hey, what's my name? Who am I? Who am I? Huh. I don't remember that was my name, and that's exactly what they're yelling and laughing about. Hey! You keep your eyes closed, pretending to be asleep so you can hear everything they say. Think carefully about your choices. Each one of them has consequences. Some just lower affection, others can get you killed. Affection starts at 0, a neutral feeling. It's your problem if you manage to make them hate you or love you. Feet! You arrive exhausted at your old house near the forest. You live so far away that you're the last one to get off the bus. Finally, I can sit down. Today was a bad day, like always. Customers with ridiculous questions and stupid requests. That manager who thinks she owns the company, I can't stand her. I don't like the life I'm living right now, but it's not like I have the strength to do anything else. I have ideas, hopes, dreams, but yeah, I don't even think about reaching them. I can barely make it to the weekend. I only think about sleeping and forgetting everything for a while. But I can't even do that right. If I just had someone with me, I feel like things would be different. Someone who understands me, supports me, and makes me feel alive. I have no one. Everyone else is just an acquaintance. You stand still, staring into nothing, unable to stop the suffocating burn that quickly grows in your chest. Then, unable to hold it in anymore, you start crying. Simple things used to make me so happy. I never even noticed. I had everything. Now it's just me, trying to live a life I didn't even choose. I don't even have time for those tiny moments of happiness anymore. You fall back onto your bed, and from how exhausted you are, everything starts to blur. I just want to sleep. Never wake up again. You close your eyes and feel everything around you slowly fade away. At last, you fall into deep sleep. Your sleep is heavy. You start dreaming that maybe, when you wake up, you'll get the chance to die or start over. Did I die? Suddenly you hear strange noises that seem to be coming towards you. They're getting closer. It's hard to open your eyes, but you try anyway. Maybe it's nothing, but it's better to stay alert. Hello? Anyone there? You finally manage to open your eyes and realize the sound of footsteps is real. Slowly, you sit up on your bed and stay completely silent, trying to hear better. You hear laughter and voices talking to each other as they walk through your small cabin. You hear drawers being opened. Yo, man! Damn! This cabin's basically empty. Just trash and old chip acts. Then you hear their footsteps heading straight towards you. Terrible time to not have a door, you think? You're still sitting on your bed, not moving, but they keep getting closer. So, you gently place your right foot on the floor. But the moment you try to stand up, a loud creak echoes. Who shot at my room? A shot is fired in your direction, leaving your curtain with a hole in it. Without thinking, you squeeze your eyes shut. You know you're exhausted and your feet already hurt. But it doesn't matter. You decide to run for the exit. The problem is there are no houses nearby to ask for help. Running towards them would mean crossing an open shooting field. So you choose to run towards the nearby forest. It's not a good idea, but it's the only one you have. You run as fast as you can, hearing them chase you and fire shots behind you. You feel a bullet graze your left arm, but you keep running without stopping. I don't think that just grazed me. At some point, you feel like you lost them, so you stop and take a moment to catch your breath. You realize there's no path anymore, just trees, and more trees. There's only uphill to the left or downhill to the right. Where do I go? Left. Well, I guess going uphill will put more distance between me and him, if he's even looking for me. It'll push me deeper into the forest, so I should be safe until morning. At least I think so. Do you want to continue? Yeah? You decide to climb the hill to the left. You've run a lot, so now you're walking, praying you don't make any noise. At one point, you lower your gaze. Climbing barefoot is exhausting. You look down and notice there are flowers and plants everywhere. In another situation, it would be beautiful. Right now, it just scares you. First work and now this. I wish I could die, but not like this. I just want to wake up from this nightmare. Then you start to feel a little dizzy. Okay, I'm very holy shit! I'm getting really tired. I was already exhausted and now it feels like I could pass out any second. You keep walking, slow but steady, watching the ground so you don't fall. How long am I going to be staring at the ground for? Not long, it seems. You start to hear laughter. It's faint, but you can make it out. Right when you know you don't have much energy left. They don't sound very close, but you stay alert anyway. Who the hell laughs in the middle of the night? You whisper to yourself. That was clearly not a whisper. Is it him? Is he looking for me? Man, this scared the hell out of me. Worst part is I don't have the strength to keep running. I'm done. What if I follow it and face him? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it. You decide to follow the laughter and confront the thief. Maybe if you face him, you can take his weapon and defend yourself. Or maybe you just want to stand your ground and let whatever happen because you're sick to death of all this. So you stop walking towards where you think the laughter is coming from. You pass between tree after tree until you notice an opening ahead, where there seemed to be more light. You walk towards it angrily, frowning, clenching your fist as your breathing quickens, until you step wrong and drop your gaze to the ground, swaying to keep from falling. Candy? With every step, you start to notice candy scattered across the ground. The hell? Candy? This is seriously disturbing. What kind of psycho leaves candy on the ground like a trail, expecting anyone dumb enough to follow it? Apparently I am dumb enough to follow it. Is this a trap? Or some sick joke? Just thinking about it scares me. Even with fear, you follow the candy trail. You don't really have a choice. You keep finding more and more candy thrown around for no apparent reason. Until you realize there's no more candy. You look up and see you're standing in a clearing with children's playground equipment. What the hell is a playground doing out here in the middle of the forest? This just keeps getting worse. What kind of lunatic would lure their victims with candy to a playground? You can't hear the laughter anymore, and you notice there's no one around. Maybe I imagined the laughter. I'm so tired. I don't even know what I'm thinking anymore. I don't really know why I followed it. It's a relief to think it was just my exhausted mind messing with me. I don't think it's my exhausted mind messing with me. You don't know if it's in your head or real, but a sudden intense cold runs through your body. It starts at your feet and crawls up to your head and the rest of your limbs. Your breathing speeds up until you forgot how to pull air into your lungs. You're paralyzed with fear. You've forgotten how to breathe. Nothing in your body works. You try to give it commands, but you can't even move your tongue. Your eyes won't blink. You're on the verge of crying. Whatever was on the playground a few seconds ago, it's gone now. I'm gonna calm myself down and breathe. Someone is touching me! Guess who I am? Unable to dodge anything, you feel that thing right behind you. After it vanishes from your sight, you couldn't hear footsteps anymore, just the faint sounds of leaves falling. It's impossible. How did it get to you so fast? Scoutmaster Kevin? The metallic scent of blood on its hands, if you can even call them hands. The smell of metal floods your nose. If you could barely breathe before, now it forces you to inhale all that blood dripping from its claws. Your body still won't respond. You want to scream. You want to run. At least, you want to turn around. And deep in your mind, you admit, it was real. You stay frozen, eyes shut tight, waiting for the worst. You feel something cold and sharp dig into your back for a second. Is that your wang? Then you feel those claws slowly touch your fingers, as if gently caressing them, carefully sliding down until they reach your palm. It's obvious it's on purpose. Every touch fills you with terror. It enjoys how you tremble with every slow stroke. With your eyes closed, you don't know what's coming next. Your fear is obvious, yet you still refuse to open them. You're afraid to look at that thing. Hey, open those eyes. Or would you rather I open them for you? You only feel those claws suddenly grab your wrist. No warning, no gentle touch. They squeeze both wrists so hard it hurts. You're yanked forward and slammed violently against a massive tree. Oh, Scoutmaster Kevin! The impact forces a choked scream out of you. A sharp pain shoots through your back and you instinctively open your eyes. Hot! Your wrists are still tightly held, its huge hand gripping you roughly without care. It squeezes so hard you feel like your bones might snap, shaking you against the tree again and again just to get your attention. It makes you feel like nothing more than a toy. Like a small rag doll at its mercy. You feel its gaze crawl over every part of your body. Your heart pounds wildly. You don't know how you're still breathing. This is far beyond anything you could have imagined. Then you look ahead and see its face. You freeze completely at the sight. It is definitely not human, you think. Sharp teeth like blades, pale skin. No human look like this. Well, what a cute little treat we have here. I've never seen you before. I was just about to get mad at you, but hey, you're not one of those idiots who only know how to annoy me. I could tell right away you weren't one of them, the moment I saw you shaky like a soaked little puppy. You're absolutely terrified. Just seconds ago, this thing was standing in pools of blood. Not to mention, it's over 2 meters tall, its skin unnaturally pale, its arms way too long. Its cone-shaped nose is so close to yours that you feel it tickle your nose and cheeks. You pause, staring at it for a moment. Strangely, something about it feels familiar. You don't know what or from where, but the feeling is there. You're cute. It stares at you like it's analyzing you, then slowly starts to loosen its grip. Careful not to scrape you against the tree bark. Again, it almost feels like it's handling you gently. It doesn't seem that scary anymore, you think. Just as that thought crosses your mind, it flashes a wide grin and drops you. Why is it kind one moment and then treats me like trash the other? As you groan in pain from your wrist and knees, it starts talking again. You're lucky I'm not bored. Otherwise, you'd already be scattered around this park in little pieces. I love how scared you get. You shake so cutely. So, tell me, what's a sweet thing like you doing all alone in the forest? Did you escape from one of those incompetent idiots? I can imagine plenty of candidates, but I couldn't think of who'd screw up that badly. So, to be fair, that's never really happened. I don't think they're that stupid. Well, Jeff might be. It's loud, annoying, and not funny at all. I doubt he'd let you go. I'll give him credit. He's good at what he does. Just not at showering. Oh, even in this world, he's stinky. Yeah, he really didn't care about dropping you. Now you're not sure if he's stalking you. I mean, if he's talking to you, or just talking to himself. But when it comes to looking good, suddenly he uses skincare and everything. The others don't usually mess up either, and Ben kills people in their own houses, so dragging someone into the forest would be pointless for him. I don't know what you're talking about. No matter how hard you try to speak or even understand him, he doesn't hear you or just ignores you. From what I know, the people living near the entrance know damn well this place is off limits. You don't look that stupid. It is a forest after all. So, I don't think you just walk into an abandoned forest at night on your own. Okay. Or did you? How adorable! Alone and lost because you're dumb. Hey! I know I'm dumb! You feel a wave of embarrassment wash over you. You don't know whether to cry or get angry. That is hilarious! Still, I'll give you this. You made it this far in one piece. So far. You swallow hard as he smiles wider, his pupils sharpening. Look at you shaking with fear! Oh, it cracks me up! You're so stupid and gullible! So cute, though. You really do look like a scared little puppy. I'd love to kill you and tear that face apart, but sadly, I'm already satisfied. You made me laugh a lot, so I'll spare your life. You owe me one. He says that last part while quickly and lightly tapping the tip of your nose. Thank you. For the boop, too. I think. You didn't answer me, Candy. Even if you did something that stupid, there's gotta be a reason. I'll tell him everything that happened. Someone started shooting at my house, so I ran into the forest to escape. I know it was stupid, but I didn't think. My house is the small cabin near the forest. I lived there because it was the cheapest place I could find. Guess now I know why. Unable to stop yourself, you start crying. You don't know why you're telling him. He doesn't seem interested in the details. But he's the only one who's asked about you. At least in a very long time. Oh my god, I'm so sad! Even though his expression and attitude don't change, he listens without interrupting. Hard to believe, but somehow, you feel better after telling him. I see. How cruel. Behind that smile, his tone softened slightly. Maybe he really did listen. You're pretty lucky then. I won't leave you alone in this forest. You just told me you're the cabin girl. I'll take you with me. Whether you like it or not, you owe me... two now. Tentacles was talking about you a few days ago. The thing you were talking to steps closer, making you shut your eyes again, expecting something bad. You feel it slowly take your hand, its nose brushing yours again. Why do you look so cute like this? It yanks you towards it without giving you a chance to resist. You see it kneeling in front of you, both knees on the ground, extending a hand towards you. Come on, Candy. Besides, he's always rescuing stray dogs anyway. Take my hand. Don't be scared. That is an order. At least today, I won't hurt you. Okay. Thank you. As he stands up, you're still holding his hand. You let yourself be led. It's not smart, but you do it anyway. You stare at the ground, embarrassed, thinking, why is he helping me? Even though you're not alone, you can't help but stare at the ground as you walk. You're exhausted and, on top of that, scared and embarrassed. Can't believe I survived all this. Am I really that lucky? After a long walk through the forest, you finally see a huge mansion at the end of the path. You look around and notice papers stuck to the trees, covered in strange drawings. Your doubt and fears start to grow. Are those drawings some kind of warning? Well, there's no other choice anyway. You approach the massive mansion. It looks neglected, almost abandoned. Your companion stays behind you, waiting for you to knock on the door. Well, here goes nothing. You slowly step towards the door, nervous. But just as you're about to knock, you hear voices coming from inside. No, her thing is probably already dead or something, and that's not my problem anymore. I already did my part, and I'm not getting involved again. There's weird stuff in there. Weird stuff? Like what? And I'm not asking you to go back in. Just tell me where she is. You don't know what's going on, but you notice a kind of green smoke forming at the center of the door. You look at your companion for an explanation, but he doesn't seem to be paying attention at all. Then, from the green smoke, a large green hat slowly comes out while the arguing voices inside continue. No, Toby, I am not some bootlicker like you guys. I've got better things to do, like going somewhere, I don't know. Why do you even care? Oh, come on. That guy went out a while ago and still hasn't come back. I don't know what'll happen to us if he finds out she's not home. Suddenly, someone steps out of the green smoke, wearing that same hat. Nope, screw you, Toby. The green little goblin turns to look at you. Tiki, looks like you and the other two idiots are screwed. And why would that be? See for yourself. The boy with the hat steps back inside. The green smoke disappears, and the door slowly opens with a creak. And you see a boy cautiously peek out from behind the door. Yeah, we're screwed. Oh, sick! We do have to check out some of the other routes though. Okay, so it seems that we can actually go down Jane the Killer's route if we choose to go left. And instead of actually following the laughter, we hide behind a tree and rest. You decide to ignore the laughter and hide behind a tree to rest for a bit. You sit down on the grass and lean your back against a large tree. I feel really bad. I'm exhausted. I don't know if I can keep walking much longer. What happened? Why? I was doing the best I could with what little I had left. I don't understand anything. I just... Well, I don't know you. It's been a long time since I've seen new faces around here. I know every single person who walks through this forest, and I've never seen you. Who are you? And what are you doing here? If you don't have a good reason, this knife will go straight through your throat. You feel a cold knife, still wet with fresh blood, press against your throat. You hear a female voice, threatening, deep, slightly hoarse, finishing her sentence as if she's short of breath. In another context, that voice might have calmed you, but right now, it only makes you more afraid. You don't even dare to turn around. You're too scared. You can't control your mouth, which is trembling uncontrollably. Even though this is already the second time today someone has tried to kill you. Aren't you going to answer me? I'm talking to you nicely, sweetheart. Answer quickly. Okay! Whoever this woman is behind you, she truly sounds dangerous. Without giving you time to process anything, she presses the knife harder. You're just millimeters away from feeling that blood drip onto your chin. Your mouth keeps trembling, stopping you from speaking, and honestly, you don't even know what to say. You look scared. I bet you're not part of the forest, right? Answer me! I'm going to explain! You click your tongue and clench your teeth with all your strength. You're carrying too many things inside, on top of everything your life had already given you. You don't even know what you're going to say. At this point, you're not trying to survive anymore. You just want this to end. I'm lost. I ran into the forest because someone started shooting at my house. I don't know how I got here. I'm sorry. I knew I shouldn't come in, but I had nowhere else to hide. I live in the cabin near the forest. It's really far from the other houses. It would have taken too long to get help. I would have been shot halfway here. I honestly just wanted a break from the shitty life I'm living, but nothing ever goes right. Now I think about it. That's probably why the rent of that stupid place is so cheap. But I don't have a choice. I can't choose. If you're going to kill me, that would honestly help a lot right now. She roughly puts the knife away from your chin. You start crying from the sheer helplessness of the situation. You're still scared, unable to move, doing nothing but sobbing uncontrollably. You look up. The woman who threatened you is standing right in front of you. Huh. Well, even so, coming in here wasn't a good idea. Still, I'm surprised you managed to get this far. So, what do you plan to do now? I was thinking of hiding until the sun comes up, then leaving. That'll be difficult. The sun doesn't shine bright enough here to make it safe. You're still afraid, but when you hear her, you don't know why. Maybe you were about to break. Maybe you just didn't know how to deal with everything happening to you. But you found yourself telling her everything that happened, everything that hurts to a stranger? Maybe it's delirium. Maybe it's the dizziness and the fact that you haven't eaten. But she feels familiar, you think. See, sweetheart? That wasn't so hard to let out. I'm glad it was me who found you. You put yourself in serious danger. That man chasing you is nothing compared to what lives in here. Still, I understand why you did it. You look awful. It would go against my ethics to kill a poor, defenseless girl. I think you're seriously lucky you ran into me and not some other lunatic wandering around. And trust me, there are a lot of them. Oh, do I know it! And I'm hoping to smash all of them! The pale, masked woman steps closer once again. You lower your head, expecting something bad. I won't hurt you, sweetheart. At least, not for now. Come with me. There's a place where you'll be safer. For some reason, her voice is really calming, especially the way she says it so calmly, with that soft rasp in her throat. Or at least, that's what you think. She's kind. You feel her getting closer, your face heating up, until you feel her hand. You quickly look up, embarrassed. She's holding her hand out, offering to help you up. It's a kind gesture, but you still don't fully trust her. Something feels off. Maybe it's the knife she's still holding. I'm taking her hand. Even so, you reach out and take her hand. Despite her burned skin, it feels oddly soft. Alright, I know it's not easy to trust someone, but honestly, sweetheart, you don't really have any other choice. My name is Jane. What's yours? My name is Lion. Alright, Lion, we're going somewhere else. Slowly you watch as she brings her hand up to her face. Carefully, she removes her mask. I don't usually take this off, but since you trusted me, I want you to feel comfortable with me. So, I'll show you who I am without it. Like I said, you might find help there. The guy likes adopting things. You look at her and confirm what you suspected. She has no eyes. Her skin looks the same as the rest of her body. It's terrifying, and yet, somehow, she's also kind. Her voice certainly is. You don't know if this is a trap, but you trust her anyway. You're not a thing, but we'll see if he accepts you. They could use something that isn't so monstrous. They're a little crazy, but it's not really their fault. Just don't take too personally whatever they say or do. I'll stay close so they don't hurt you. Don't worry. But you'll have to introduce yourself on your own. Just don't make anyone angry. Follow me and don't let go of my hand, okay? Oh, and this is just a precaution. I wouldn't want you getting lost. You stop walking to wherever she leads you without letting go of her hand. Even though you're not alone, you can't help but stare at the ground as you walk. You're exhausted, and on top of that, scared and embarrassed. Can't believe I survived all this. And I'm pretty sure this is where we still end up at the Creepypasta house, so we're going to roll it back. Alright, this time we're going to the right. I think going to the right is fine. If I were him, I'd be searching uphill. But I remember seeing something over there. Down where the water flows. There should be more people. Maybe I can find help. I think. Do you want to continue? Yes. I'm really tired. I can't take the pain in my feet anymore. I hope I run into someone good. I have the worst luck. Maybe I should just pray already. That so-called God has never helped me at all, but this time I seriously need a miracle. You lower your gaze to the ground, watching where you step. It would be tragic if, after everything, you died by just stepping wrong. You keep walking down the mountain. You start feeling dizzy from sheer exhaustion. Working since dawn, carrying stuff around and dealing with unbearable old people is exhausting. Adds a chase for your life on top of all that. Clearly your body is on the verge of collapsing. Okay, I'm collapsing, Then you fall. Your body has reached its limit. I hope no one finds me like this. I hope morning comes. When I wake up, I could get out of here and ask for help. It would be so pathetic to die without even getting to see my opponent. Your mind starts to fade. Between dreams, you can hear footsteps getting closer. Until you suddenly feel an unbearable pain in your head. Someone is pulling your hair. Oh! A body! A body? Huh. They were pretty merciful with her. I don't see any blood. Or bones. Who did such a sloppy job? You hear a mocking male voice. As he talks, he pulls your hair like you're a rag doll. Until he finally stops moving you, and you feel a sharp pain in your head. I think she died alone. Did she kill herself? Wow, how stupid. You know that voice doesn't belong to the guy from the cabin. It doesn't feel like it belongs to a good person either. A normal person would be worried about a body in the middle of the forest. A body in the middle of the forest. But maybe you can get help. You asked for help? Well, he's the only person you've run into out here besides the killer from the cabin. Maybe it's not that bad. Or maybe it's your only chance to get help. Wait! I'm not dead! Then you manage to open your eyes. It seems the hit made you react. Hi. Oh, Jeff. When you caught his attention, he looked you up and down and smiled in a horrifying way. That's when you realize, you screwed up once again. The guy crouching in front of you didn't look human at all. He has no nose, no eyelids, and his mouth is carved all the way to his cheeks, forming a permanent smile. No human could survive something like this and still see, right? Besides, you had never seen anyone this pale before, not even a corpse. I knew it. You didn't have to talk. Are you stupid or what? You could have lived a little longer. Your eyes were closed and your breathing was shallow, but No! You just had to get my attention. Then you feel something climb onto your body. Something is beside one of your legs and between them. It's his knees. One of his hands slammed down next to your face so he can support himself. He keeps staring at you in the same way, without blinking, wearing that huge smile. And somehow, you manage to connect your last 2 brain cells. He looks like the infamous Jeff. Jeff the Killer. A well-known creepypasta from the internet, you think. Which means, oh, this is not going to end well at all! Ah, fuck! Unable to defend yourself or even react in time, his large, pale hand lunges towards you. You don't even see the movement. His hand is now around your neck. At first, with a light grip, his fingers begin to move, exploring that small part of you, your neck. Slowly, he starts tightening his grip. He knows exactly where to press, so you won't get a chance to breathe. Well, thanks to your incredible stupidity, you got to admire my beautiful face. You should thank whoever left you here, and obviously me. Me above all, actually. You'll get the gift of seeing this lovely face before you fall asleep. The pressure from his hand increases as his smile grows wider and his eyes stare at you with pure malice. You feel each of his fingers touching you strategically, playing you like an instrument. His fingers press hard against vital spots in your neck. Meanwhile, he stays on top of you, watching your eyes, mocking your terror, your mouth desperately trying to breathe. It's obvious you're going to die. So, this is how it ends? Well, at least I have to try. I apologize. Everything becomes blurrier. The cold fades and heat rushes through your body, giving you just enough strength to speak. Maybe it's the adrenaline kicking in. You reach the point where you no longer feel the pressure on your neck, only the desperation of not being able to breathe. Before your eyes close, you have to try, at least once. So, with the only breath you have left, whether it's adrenaline or some divine gift, you manage to say a few words. Please, I don't want to die. I'm not a threat. I just got lost. I'm sorry. I know I should have entered this forest, but I was just running away from someone who broke into my house and tried to kill me. I thought it'd be easier to run in here and lose in between the trees. Just let me go. I promise. I won't come back. You look at him, and he doesn't seem convinced. Maybe he didn't even understand. I promise. I won't come back or tell anyone there's someone in this forest. I promise. I won't say anything. Wow. You really are stupid. Why would I care about your stupid, shitty story? How boring. You're wasting my time. Same as all those idiots. Look on the bright side, though. I'm handsome, right? Go to sleep. The fuck! God damn it! Fine, I'll struggle, because apparently that's what you like! The cold starts to fade, and the warmth begins to spread through your body, especially in your chest. Maybe it's the adrenaline in your body that releases when your life is in danger. You stop feeling the pain of his hand squeezing your neck. There's no time to think about what you're going to do. Thanks to the adrenaline, you only get one shot. Without thinking, your hands go straight for his arm. You start struggling, pushing harder, using way more strength than you ever thought you had. When he realizes what you tried to do, he gets furious, and despite still smiling, he clenches his teeth hard and clearly doesn't look so pleased anymore. You see he's about to stand up, ready to choke you with the hand he was using to support himself. In that split second, you manage to breathe. At the same time, you sit up, place your hands on his chest, and shove him away. Without thinking, you scream as you shut your eyes tight, both out of anger and because you don't want to see what he'll do to you next. Beautiful? You're not beautiful. You're not cute, not handsome, not even remotely attractive. You look like you crawled out of a bad horror story. You look like you were written by someone when he was like 13. Now stop touching me with those cold, filthy hands. You manage to stand up while yelling. Your hands are clenched into fists, and you start shaking. You don't know if it's fear or rage at being in the situation. For a moment, your few remaining brain cells finally click. You just yelled at a murderer! So you slowly open your eyes. expecting the worst. You're already thinking about apologizing. What if I just acted as if nothing happened? I have a feeling that's how I survive. You open your eyes, expecting a knife buried in your stomach or face, but that's not what happens. You see your attacker standing in front of you, clearly furious, but also confused. Of course I'm beautiful. You just have terrible taste. I've got tons of girls in love with me. What would you know? You don't even brush your hair. You look like a smelly hobo. You freeze. You were expecting anything except a tantrum. Why is the music tender? What the hell? You watch him look away, puffing his cheeks and crossing his arms. You can't believe it. Why is he blushing? Does he like it when I... Is he another one of those guys who gets flustered whenever I insult him? Well, this is going to be an interesting take. He's kind of cute, you think? Well, sorry. Without letting you finish, he starts talking. Well, since you admit I am beautiful. But you do the same thing and keep talking before he can finish. You don't have all the time in the world to listen to him brag about his looks. Yeah, sorry for entering the forbidden forest without permission. I didn't know there were people living in here. You notice his pout becoming more obvious now. One of his feet starts tapping, but this time he doesn't interrupt you. I know it sounds stupid, but someone broke into my cabin. It's small and near the forest, and it's not easy to ask for help. My closest neighbor is way further away from the forest. I thought coming in here would help me lose him. At least you admit you're stupid and don't think before acting. I thought there was nothing dumber than the green-hat dwarf or the bootlicker with ticks, but wow, you exist. It's obvious someone as dumb as you couldn't appreciate me. If you were normal, you'd already be in love like any other girl. Since you admit your stupidity, I'll let you go because I'm awesome and I feel like it. Just don't tell anyone. Besides, with that attitude, I doubt you'll still be alive by dawn. Did I just survive Jeff the Killer? He looks at you with a bit of contempt, or at least you think so. You see him rub his neck like it's bothering him, staring at the ground and pout again. Ugh, just go uphill and don't go any lower. You see him point upward, where the mountain keeps rising. I'm pointing it out because you're dumb and probably can't tell which way is up. Don't make too much noise. If you hear something, hide. You seem pretty good at going unnoticed. That last part sounds like sarcasm. You'll know you're on the right path when you start seeing stupid little drawings of a faceless guy with stick legs or circle with an X. If you listen to me and actually think for once that yelling at someone with a weapon isn't a good idea, you'll reach a crappy mansion, knock and tell them you're the hobo from the cabin at the forest entrance. He likes adopting things like you. This time you let him finish, watching him switch pouts and shuffle his feet even more. You don't know why he's helping you, or at least you pray it's not a trap. Whatever. I don't care if you listen or not. Do whatever you want, you rude hobo. Thank you, Jeff? When you say his name, he looks back at you, no longer pouting. You think you messed up, but instead his eyes shine. It's weird seeing them shine when he can't even blink. Yeah, just stay away from the noise and watch where you step. Don't think I didn't see you fall. You were being really loud. He looks you up and down again, laughs, lets out a sigh, and walks away. You probably wouldn't survive 10 minutes. You watch him walk away until he disappears between the trees and the fog. You have no idea what that was. If you couldn't process what happened before, this was even worse. Wait, is Jeff real? Faceless drawings and stick legs. Is Slenderman real? You scream without thinking, then immediately realize it and cover your mouth. But you hear something fall nearby. Pure instincts kick in and you start running. Then you remember his words and slow down, walking more carefully. Right. After everything you went through, all you can do now is keep walking in the direction he gave you. You walk with your eyes fixed on the grass, weighed down by exhaustion. You don't know if what he said was true or not, but at least you're not in danger. You just want all of this to end. Oh God, why am I collapsing again? Okay. You keep walking and walking. Even if it hasn't been as long as when you first entered the forest, this feels like too much. Once again, your body can't take it anymore, and you collapse. You start dreaming that you're at home, eating chips while staring at your phone's small screen. It was the only moment of the day when you could truly relax. Suddenly, in your dream, you hear someone walking nearby on the grass. But you think it's just part of the dream, until the footsteps get closer. Now you start to feel that something isn't right. Someone is near you again. You even hear male voices close to your face. Ben was right. The dead weight took off at dawn. Slenderman's going to kill us. And this time we can't even blame Toby, since it was the three of us. Well, no choice. She's passed out. We could just drag her. Yeah, or carry her too. Thanks to their voices, you managed to wake up from that deep sleep. It sounds like two people talk about Slenderman? Ben and Toby? Is Slenderman real? People, oh my god, please don't sacrifice me. I've heard about people who think they're real and try to summon them. If he exists, oh god, then the others probably exist too. I still don't want to die. You don't know what to do. You're too weak and exhausted to try to run. There's no other option. You accept your fate. The only thing you do is slowly open your eyes, try to see the faces of the people who are about to take you. You open your eyes and see two people. One is wearing a white mask, the other a hoodie. They stare down at you with anger, or at least that's what you see in one of their eyes. Oh look, the thing woke up. As if it wasn't enough that she made our lives harder, now she passes out in the middle of the forest. I'm sick of carrying useless people. If I take her, I'm dragging her. I'll carry her, it's fine. Who are you people? I'm not gonna let you take me anywhere. On top of everything, she thinks she gets to say. Oh, calm down, Masky. She's not going to do anything. Look at her. She's injured. She can't even walk. Well, you... Lion. We won't hurt you unless you resist. See? We know your name. That means you can trust us. Right? Trust? Who are you? How do you know my name? Please stop talking to her already. Just knock her out and let her sleep a bit longer. She loves passing out so much. Let her pass out again. All right. No. What do you mean, all right? Just let me go. I haven't done anything wrong. Yet. Let's close the... Okay, so on the right path, apparently escaping and not opening our eyes will lead us to other creepypastas as well. So we're going to start with escape, because this leads us to Eyeless Jack. You were so terrified at that moment. You stopped hearing that person. You broke into a run, not caring where you were going. If he were a good person, he would have been worried, or at least, he would have ignored you and kept walking. He wouldn't have done what he did. So you didn't think anymore and just ran. The exhaustion, the pain in your feet, none of it mattered. When you feel like you're in danger, your body releases adrenaline. Just enough to help you run for a while. Until you simply can't anymore. You stop by a tree to rest and slowly open your eyes. Well, at least I escaped another lunatic. I guess there's a reason they call it the Forbidden Forest. Maybe it's full of psychos. God, I'm so tired. I really can't go on. I need to rest for a bit. Just for a moment. You don't even finish speaking when something touches your shoulder. The warmth you felt vanishes in an instant. A horrible cold rushes through your body. Your breathing speeds up so much that you forget how to breathe properly. You don't want to turn around. I don't want to look. Did that guy run after me? Hey, you. Then you hear a deep, rough voice. You inhale a scream, but a disgusting smell floods your nose. The scent of meat mixed with metal invades your senses. You can hear me. I know you can. You slowly turn to face the person talking to you. And what are you doing here? You don't look like you belong here, especially if you're heading straight to my place. What? Don't tell me you're one of those idiots who live on the edge of the forest. You have no idea how dangerous it is to come in here. The gray skin isn't human. You look him up and down without blinking, without moving, not even lowering your head. The worst part is when you notice his hand. He's holding something. You look closer. His clothes are covered in blood and stains of questionable origin, and then his hand. What you thought was a stress toy, a rock or something harmless, isn't that at all. It looks like a kidney. Slowly, your gaze moves to his jaw, where fresh blood is dripping. You pray that whatever died in his hands wasn't human, that was just some animal big enough to have a kidney like that. So, are you going to tell me why you were heading towards my place? Are you stupid? I don't want anyone wandering around here. Understand? You're lucky I'm already satisfied with what I found earlier. Understand? He says this while flicking your forehead with a blood-covered finger. You can't process anything. You barely heard him. And even then, you didn't really understand. Not because he spoke badly, but because he can't think. You start trembling, and the cold becomes unbearable. You can't move a single muscle. You scream and scream inside your head, but your body refuses to respond. The divine machine that is your body isn't working. Your vision starts to blur. Your eyes fill with tears, and you have no control over anything. You start crying, without blinking, without moving. And then you fall again. You hear a loud ringing in your ears. You feel nothing, just peace. Maybe everything that happened was just a dream. Yeah, must be. Someone just hit you! Mom, 5 more minutes. This time the hit is harder. That's not your mom. And it's definitely not a sandal. And then you open your eyes. Finally awake. Took you about 5 minutes. I don't have all day. Honestly, I'm full. You're making it way too easy. I was this close to not holding back. I could eat you so nicely. But then I'd probably get indigestion from overeating. You still have no idea what he's talking about. Eat you? If he wanted to, he could have done it already. Indigestion? Eating people can do that? What? Hey, I'm sorry, He doesn't let you finish. He cuts you off again and again. Yeah, whatever. Just get lost. I don't have anywhere to refrigerate organs, and I don't want my place stinking like last time. Do I leave? Sure. Yeah, sorry, I'm leaving. You think you're incredibly lucky. The guy was eating someone's organs just moments ago. The fact he didn't do anything to you while you were unconscious feels like a miracle. When you take one last look, you notice something, and let out a long breath once you realize what it is. A balaclava you've seen before, the one worn by the guy who shot at you in the cabin. Maybe it really was a miracle that you ran so far and didn't end up here hours earlier. Oh, you're one of those dogs new recruits, huh? You probably got lost. Don't ever come near my place again! You see him take off his mask, and your mind can fully process what you're seeing. Besides his inhuman gray skin, large hands, sharp teeth, he has no eyes. You know he doesn't want you here, so you try to move and leave. How stupid. Well, I guess it can happen to anyone. It's probably your first time. You were hunting the human who entered the forest, right? Well, I already killed him. I don't have a damn clue why you wanted him, and I don't care either. If they scold you, it'll be for being useless. So don't hold a grudge against me. Now get going. You're starting to piss me off. The cabin you're looking for is uphill. You'll know you're close when you see those little papers. Now get the hell out of here. Thank you. You start walking uphill without looking back. After I told you where to go, you felt calmer and were able to finally move. And knowing your would-be killer was killed by someone else helped too. So you stop walking, doing exactly what he told you, going uphill. You don't know how you're going to make it, but you have to. Just thinking about your bed makes you smile. I don't understand how he knew I wanted to go back to my cabin. I don't know what that whole mission and dogs thing was about. But at least I'm not in danger anymore. I just hope he was telling the truth and I can make it home. Now that I think about it, he kind of looks like someone. Oh, yep. I'm pretty sure this is where, we actually get picked up by Masky and Hoodie. So we are going to be rolling it back. And now for my absolute favorite. I am not opening my eyes. You managed to play dead. That person from before didn't sound like someone good. You would have ended up very badly. A miracle, you think? You think that even though you don't really believe in a god, if you survive this, maybe you should start believing in one. There's no way everything happening to you is a coincidence. If it's not God plotting against you, then honestly, you don't know what it is. You keep thinking like that for a long time until you fall asleep. Then in your dream, you hear footsteps very close to you. I was going to send someone to get you, but I see you beat me to it. I don't know if you're brave or foolish. Though, you don't seem to be in bad shape. No, shit! You feel your head start to ache horribly. And that's when you slowly regain consciousness. Those footsteps you heard in your dream. Apparently it wasn't a dream! You hear a voice speaking to you. It's deep, extremely low, with faint breath at the end of each sentence, like a soft exhale. It sounds strangely seductive. Your brain still isn't fully working. That voice only makes you want to relax even more, until a loud ringing starts in your ears, forcing you to think more clearly. Don't! Don't do that! Get up already. I know you're awake. That voice again. So disturbingly sexy. Even though you're scared, you're still half asleep. Your thoughts don't connect. You don't know where you are, much less who's in front of you. Still, you keep wondering who this man is, speaking to you in such a calm tone. It's been a long time since anyone talked to you like that. Every day was nothing but shouting. Having someone speak so softly makes you feel safe, even if you're in the middle of the forest. Or does it? You finally open your eyes, the cold reality hitting you. You're in the forest, where there could be wild animals, or worse, killers. The last thought wasn't yours alone. Someone else is inside your mind. You sit up and lower your gaze. Finally, you opened your eyes. Can't believe I spent an entire hour making noise and staring at you just to wake you up. Staring at me? That's right. I had to watch you and enter. Hey, no! What do you mean by enter me? What do you mean enter me? My hands are still. Where did you enter? How? So you would finally open your eyes. I was planning to send someone to bring you to me, but since you made me do twice the work, I want to give you time to choose. You're coming with me. And thanks to your decision, some useless beings will have to pay for it. What? You're still sitting on the grass when the faceless man with the seductive voice begins to move his tentacles towards your legs. He doesn't let you defend yourself, escape, or even complain. At first, they feel strange, and you pull your legs back to avoid touching them. He notices the look of disgust on your face, so he slows his movement, letting the tentacles brush against you more gently. And when you realize he doesn't care, you stop resisting. It's Slenderman. There's no escaping him anyway. His tentacles begin to coil around your bare toes first, slowly traveling up to your calves. They're not like octopus tentacles. They have no suction cups. They feel rubbery, cold. They slide slowly along your legs, climbing up your thighs. Even though you tremble from the cold, he doesn't care in the slightest. He just watches your shaking body, standing perfectly still. Is he doing this slowly on purpose? Does he enjoy torturing people? Yes, he probably is. Again, that thought isn't yours, and now his voice echoes inside your head. Meanwhile, other tentacles delicately touch your fingers, intertwining with your hand, slowly letting you feel their cold presence. Hot! They move from your fingers to your wrist, your forearm, your shoulder, your neck. They leave your skin red wherever they pass. Then all of his tentacles wrap around your waist, your neck, and your legs. For a moment, you think the torture is stopped. Then he tightens them. Since you made things harder for me, he'll make things harder for you as well. You hadn't noticed, but you're a complete mess now. Your face flushed a deep red. Wait, I am so... Then, without any care, his tentacles lift you into the air. Stop moving, or I'll make you fall asleep again. You don't know whether your face is turning blue from the height or red from his voice. You keep squirming. So he does exactly what he warned you about. The ringing in your ears returns, louder than before. You shut your eyes tightly. Okay. I think I know where I want to continue the next episode. I think I know. But anyway, that was Obsession. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this for yourselves, links to the game will be in the description below. We will be back once Chapter 2 releases. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to be handling the series. But like, yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how it goes. Hopefully the routes will be too tedious to actually get through. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. And as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. Now I'm gonna touch myself to Slenderman. Ciao.